There's three types of fees that you are going to pay when you sell products on Amazon. Now, I have a good news and I have a bad news for you. The bad news is that if you don't understand these fees, chances are that you are actually losing money. The good news is that you don't need to remember them all by heart because we have tools to actually calculate our profit and understand what the fees that we are going to pay are going to be when we are looking at a product. What we are going to do today is we are going to use this tool called ScoutX. If you want to try it, there's a link in the description to actually break down all the fees that comes with selling on Amazon. Now, if you do not know me, my name is Chris Mangunza. I release videos right here on YouTube to help you with your Amazon business. So if you are new, subscribe. If you're a recurring viewer, hi, nice to see you again. But let's go straight into ScoutX to analyze this specific product and understand what fees we are going to pay when we actually sell this product, right? So if you scroll down a little bit on ScoutX, you're going to have this panel right here that is showing you what your net profit is after fees, right? So if we sell this product for $17 and we get it for free, I don't know, maybe you stole it, right? But if you get it for free, you're not going to get $17 back in your pocket, right? You're only going to get $15.30 in your pocket if you sell FBM. But if we look at FBA, though, you are only going to have $8.85 back in your pocket. Why is that? Because Amazon needs to take their cut, right? Because they're doing a lot of work, okay? And so here's the work that they do, here's what they charge you for. So if you click on that, you are going to be able to see a breakdown of what you are going to pay, and we can expand this menu right there to see the three big fees that we are going to pay, right? And we can actually say that there's four big types of fees, but we're going to stick with three because there's one, right, that you see right there is $0, right? So the reason why is because the closing fee only applies to media, right? So books, DVDs, whatever, you just pay an extra fee when selling these products. And so this is the reason why there's nothing right there showing right there. We're not paying any closing fee, okay? Now, two other fees that you're going to see, right? And let's start from the worst one, right? The most expensive one, right there, the FBA fulfillment fee, for which we're going to pay $5.90 per unit on this product. The FBA fulfillment fee is the fee that Amazon is charging you for actually taking the products from their fulfillment centers to the customer. This fee is going to depend based on the size. It's going to change based on the size of a product, based on the weight of a product, because it's just like if you ship something to the post office, right? No, right below this, right above this, we have the Amazon referral fee. So of course, right, Amazon is taking a cut because we're selling on their platform. And this is why Amazon is charging an Amazon referral fee, and this is what this fee actually is, right? Now, we are getting into the fees that can actually mess you up, especially if we are into Q4, right? The peak season, it's the storage fees, right? And based on the storage fees, based on how long your product actually stays in Amazon warehouses, we are going to pay more time. You pay every month for the storage fees, right? This is why you want to get products that sell fast, so you don't have your product sitting there for too long. Now, when it's peak season from October to December, fees pretty much tripled, right? So for this year's storage fees actually tripled. So you want to make sure that you do not sit in inventory for too long during these times, right? But if we go back into ScoutX, what we are going to see is that if we click right there, right? So I would pay 25 cents a month per unit I'm storing for this product, right? I can see if I sit on it for 4 months, I'm going to pay 66 cents, right? If I sit on it for 3 months, I'm going to pay 58 cents, right? So based on that, you can play with that and understand what your storage fee is going to be based on how long you are going to sit on this product, right? And right above that, what you can see is the estimated FBA shipping fee, right? So the estimated FBA shipping fee is how much it's going to cost you to actually ship this product to Amazon, right? Because the way it works is you take your product, you ship it to Amazon, and then Amazon will ship it to customers, right? And so this is a cost that is calculated, that is estimated, right? Based on the weight of the product, which is the socks for us, right? And whatever you set right here in the settings, let's scroll down, whatever you set as your estimated FBA shipping cost, right? So by default, it's at 50 cents. If you want to be safe, like I pay around 63 cents per pound as of right now, right? So enter at least 60 cents per pound to make sure that you do not undershot how much it's going to cost you to actually ship these products to Amazon. Same thing right here, right? For the estimated storage time, by default, it's going to be 1 month, right, on Scoudex. If you click, like, I know that a lot of you guys, on average, you flip your inventory once every 3 months, especially when you start. So if you know that this is the case, right, set it up as 3 months by default. That way, when we go back here, right, and we look at our profit, it's going to be adjusted based on what it's likely we are going to pay for storage and what we are going to pay for shipping, right? Because a big mistake that people make is that they do not take estimated storage time into account, right? And because of that, a lot of people actually lose money when everything is said and done, right? So really easy. These are all the fees that you are going to pay. Once again, to do the whole step-by-step process that your product is going to go through, right? So whenever you get your product, you bought your product, you're going to need to ship it to Amazon, right? And you're going to pay the shipping fee to ship it to Amazon. Then you are going to be charged storage when your product sits at Amazon warehouses. Then when you get a sale, right, and you get charged that whenever you get a sale, you're going to pay the Amazon referral fee, the FBA fulfillment fee, and if it is a media item, the closing fee. Okay? Now, really, really important, okay? As I said, you only get charged those fees once you actually get a sale, okay? You are not going to get charged these fees that you see on top before getting a sale. The storage fees are being charged every single month at the beginning of the month, around the 3 to the 7th on usually, right? So it's charged at the beginning of the month for the previous month, okay? So that's how it works, okay? And that's how you can make sure that the products that you buy are actually profitable. Now, if we look at FBM, right, we do the exact same thing for FBM, you'll notice that there's one big fee, like our profit is actually way more expensive, right? It's actually way higher because there's a lot of fees that are not showing up, right? One of these fees that are not showing up is the FBA fulfillment fee, because if you do FBM, you are fulfilling your product yourself. You're doing the shipping yourself, right? So you are the one who takes the product, right, ship it to the customer and actually pay for shipping. And so in that case, right, what you'll need to do is you'll need to enter how much it's going to cost. If you want to calculate your fees, right, you need to enter right there how much it's going to cost you to actually ship this item, right? And to get a quick estimation, right, you can click this video right there that's showing up right here, right, where I actually break down Amazon fees, FBM shipping fees, if you ship with USPS or UPS, what you need to budget based on the size and weight of the item, right? But most of the time for small products, budget $5 and you'll be all right, right? And so that's pretty much all the fees that you need to know of when selling on Amazon. Now, there's one other big fee, right, that you would pay per unit if you don't have a professional account. If you don't have a professional account and you have an individual account, you're going to pay 99 cents per unit that you sell extra whenever you get a sale, right? So the professional account is $40. The individual account where you pay the 99 cents is free, right? So as long as you have less than 40 sales a month, you can stay with the individual account. You're actually saving money. Once you get above that, get the professional account, you just pay no fees at all. You don't pay that extra fee. Okay? So that's it for this video. Now, if you want to learn more about actually starting selling on Amazon, watch this video and I'll see you in the next one.